Welcome to Celebrate a Sister podcast. I'm your host, Emma Walkinshaw. I'm a transformational coach. I'm also the founder of Embody Me program and the creator of 21 Minutes of Morning Magic. You may also find me on the yoga mat leading yoga sessions and also running retreats here in Australia and internationally. Here on the podcast, I bring you some pretty incredible guests. We talk all things self-belief, body acceptance, personal development, outdated beauty standards, and we also call BS on the toxic diet culture, accepting the beautiful bodies we were born into, letting go of all the beliefs, and raising our self-awareness. I also come to you from time to time with a little solo episode, a little Life According to Emma moment. I'm so glad you're here. Enjoy. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Celebrate a Sister podcast. I'm your host, Emma Walkinshaw. I'm so happy you found me. Those of you who are listening for the first time, it's an absolute honor and pleasure to be in your ears today. I hope this is of value and inspires you. And for my listeners who tune in each week, thanks so much. I know that you could be listening to many different podcasts, but the fact that you are joining me today, thank you. So today's topic is, why do we consume so much content but fail to take action? This topic has been swirling around for a while for me, thinking about the new year and how I am going to do things and what needs to change in my life. So at the moment for me, what needs to change is perhaps my need to be consuming content and then doing nothing with it. But let's be honest, we live in a digital world now. The digital age has made it very, very easy for us to scroll endlessly for answers. This often creates the illusion that we're actually being productive. This is quite a productive thing for us to do. However, often there's not meaningful change. So we can get caught in this age of scrolling. We see a really great reel. We see something, we go, this is awesome. And it doesn't even have to be, I love anything personal development. It could even be a really great recipe, a healthy recipe that we go, gosh, that's easy to prepare. We consume, but we do not put it into action or have any change. The other thing that happens in this world where we consume so much content but fail to take action, sometimes we don't take action because the perfectionism paralyzes us, feeling like we need to have the perfect plan before we take action. The key to imperfect action over perfect procrastination. It is interesting, this perfection thing. I often say I don't have perfectionism. I am pretty fast and loose, and I'll just done is better than not to me. But every now and again, I will be a little bit paralyzed because I don't think I know enough. Is it perfectionism? No. But then to my first point, you go then straight back into this content overload, thinking you need to know more, when one of my favorite sayings is, you can't steer a parked car, you actually have to get going. So, the paralyzation and not taking action when I pretty much know what I need to know can be a real handbrake. So if that one's for you, think about, why aren't I taking action when the truth is, once you get going, the next bit of information unfolds. The other thing that happens around this, why do we consume so much content but fail to take action, is we often miss, I like to call it, it's when you go into percolation. You learn something and then you percolate for a bit. So we're missing the integration time. So consuming content without reflecting on it or action is like filling up a cup and then not drinking from it. So we've got all these filled up cups around the house, but we just didn't drink from them. We've taken in all this information and done nothing with it. So a great way to integrate or percolate, one of my favorite things, is putting pen to paper. So journaling, or if you're in my world, I call it flowetry, which is flowing the words out. And this also, when we have journaling, when we practice journaling, it really puts some mindful pauses in that can help bridge the gap. So back to this consuming content and then doing nothing with it, we need that little bit of time to integrate, integration time, percolation time, because often we'll hear somebody else's view. And it's like life coaching. You know, I coach a lot of women, and what I love about women or people, we all have our own answers, but sometimes we just need to be asked a really great question, or we need to observe something that inspires action in us. So that's kind of this piece. We might consume some content, but then we need the integration time. We need time to percolate. We need time to sit on it and think, what do I actually think about that? But when we're in this fast-paced world, we're going from next piece of content to next piece of content, next reel, and not actually integrating. So I encourage you, if you learn something wonderful or witness something like a reel, or you listen to a podcast, or you read a book, it's not just going next. Take that little moment to integrate it. The next little point I wanted to talk about when it comes to consuming so much content but failing to take action is actually the fear of failure. I know myself. I mean, who hasn't had a fear of failure? Of course. But sometimes we avoid taking action because we fear failing or being judged. Or for me, and I shared this in my podcast last week, or for me, it's not even so much failure, it's being criticized. Being criticized is probably one of my emotions or feelings that I want to avoid. So if I don't take action, then I can't get criticized. So a spiritual practice helps us embrace and overcome this feeling. So again, back to a beautiful spiritual practice that helps us integrate when we learn something new, helps us uncover if it is perfectionism that's stopping us. These are some little ways that we can help putting into play, taking action, not just consuming. I run a free group. Those of you who follow me know that 21 Minutes of Morning Magic is available for free to everyone. It's in a Facebook group, and I go live around 3 times a week in the group, and we have a practice where we meditate for 7 minutes. Where did I get 15 from? We have a practice called 21 Minutes of Morning Magic, and it is purely 7 minutes of yoga, 7 minutes of meditation, and 7 minutes of flowetry. So this is a great way to integrate, like I mentioned, and move that perfection out of the way. When it comes to consuming content and not taking action, accountable tips. We need sometimes accountable tips to move forward, because it's all good and well to say, if you watch a good reel or you listen to a good podcast, go and journal on it and then take action. How about this though for an achievable goal? So maybe it's just being 1% better every day. So focus on small, consistent actions rather than overhauling everything at once. So maybe you go to your saved files on Instagram with all the recipes. I know that I have got a little recipe tab. So maybe it's 1% better. Maybe it's just once a week going to the recipe tab and cooking something different, or maybe taking one of those reels that really inspired you and journal on it. The next little actionable tip for you to move forward instead of just consuming but taking action, of course, I'm going to say this, create a morning ritual. So starting in the morning, of course, with a little bit of yoga, then, of course, your meditation, and then putting pen to paper. And like I said, we can bang on about all the changes we want to make in our life, but what are you actually doing about it? And 21 Minutes of Morning Magic is a fabulous solution, and it is only 21 minutes. The other part of this 21 minutes is when I believe the success of the group is because we all have an appointment with each other. We've all committed to joining on the mat at that time to practice together. And I know for myself, the Morning Magic group is an absolute anchor in my life. So if you're ready to take some actionable steps, I have a solution for you, my friend. It is called 21 Minutes of Morning Magic. So come and sit with me in circle, virtual circle. Actually, we start on the 13th of January because it's a Christmas break. We're having a little break. But if you are serious about going for it, come and join me. Commit to it. Commit to this practice, and I can hand on heart tell you you're going to have some beautiful change in your life. So the other actionable tip for moving forward is, of course, accountability and community. And I feel like I just touched on that. Find like-minded group of people or a coach to help you stay accountable. I am both of those for you. I have got a community where we can all gather. I would love you to be part of it. And those of you who are, thank you for being part of it. And yes, I'm a coach. And if you don't resonate with me as a coach, I encourage you to find someone that you do resonate with. And I often talk about this. Life coaching is purely about where am I at now and where do I want to head? And it's wonderful to have someone to bounce things off and ask you really great questions. The next little tip that I have for you about moving forward, moving from the knowing to the doing, moving from the consuming to the integrating, is detox from overconsumption. So that's quite a tricky one. At the moment, a couple of my family members, they are inspiring me. On a Friday night, they turn their phone off and they turn it off for 36 hours over the weekend. Isn't that incredible? I mean, the sheer thought of that at this point, I go, gosh, maybe I could start with 12 hours or 24 hours. But how refreshing, two of my family members have said how refreshed they feel from doing that. So detox from overconsumption. So maybe it seems pretty extreme to turn your phone off for that long. However, could you schedule regular content breaks to focus on integrating what you've already learned? So even that, I know that there's some great apps out there where you can actually have your Instagram or your socials or different things actually shut off. You can't get back into the app for a certain time. That could be another great way to detox from over-consuming. And of course, the last one, let's celebrate our progress, acknowledging every step that you have made, even if it's just small. I often talk about PB, your personal best. So what's your personal best? Even when it comes to meditating, journaling, whatever your personal best is, whatever you've done in the past that's been your personal best, I'm sure that you can break that PB. Isn't that what it's all about? It's all about being better than you were yesterday. It's really between you and you, isn't it? It's between me and me. It's between you and you. But together as a collective, we can really hold each other accountable and come into community. I love community. So reflecting on the mantra this week, I'm ready to release the need to know everything and embrace the joy of doing something. So this beautiful topic today, I hope that it has inspired you. Why do we consume so much content but fail to take action? And then, of course, our beautiful affirmation is, I'm ready to release the need to know everything and embrace the joy of doing something. So I want to say again, thanks so much for joining me. I encourage you to start your own spiritual practice today, no matter how small. And if you did start a beautiful spiritual practice, I would love to have a little email, or I would love for you to drop me a little DM on Instagram. And I don't know if some of you might know, a lot of you will know, I have written a book called 365 Days of Morning Magic, and this book actually accompanies the Facebook group. So there's a theme each day, and even if I give the example, today is the 18th, so I'm recording this today on the 18th of December. So today's theme is reflection, powerful presence. Your presence is powerful. Keep your eyes on hopes and dreams. The new year approaches and you have what it takes. The meditation, the mantra today is, I am a powerhouse. And then your floor tree prompt is reflecting on the past year, identifying moments when I felt empowered, setting intentions for the upcoming year, outlining how I'll continue to embrace my power. So there is your today's little reflection. And again, if you are interested in a beautiful little spiritual practice, I'm there for you. 21 Minutes of Morning Magic community. We welcome you with open arms. So I'd like to say a big Merry Christmas to you all. If you loved this episode, I would be most grateful if you left me a review, if you subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and also just let me know how you enjoyed this episode. So here's to all of us taking on the new thought pattern that we are going to consume less content and we're going to take inspired action. So thanks everyone. Go and have an awesome Christmas, and I look forward to hearing from you all in the new year. Oh, one more thing. I have got a couple of workshops coming up in January. So the links will be in the show notes. So if you are on the Gold Coast, there is the Feel Alive in 2025 face-to-face workshop. There is only 2 spots left for that. It is a face-to-face in Coolangatta, or you can join me online where we do a 2-hour Zoom gathering, and you come out at the end of this workshop with some clarity and focus for 2025, also your word, feeling or theme for the year. So I encourage you to join me. It's such, if you join me online, it's, 2 hours out of your life, hour and a half out of your life, that just helps you focus in. And if you join me for the day retreat is absolutely soulful, nourishing, joyful, and will definitely have you set your compass for the year. Again, thanks for joining everyone. Have a wonderful Christmas. Namaste. I have a little gift for you. It is a 7-day Curvy Women's Mindset, Meditation and Movement mini course. There is a little bit of gentle yoga in there, which is wonderful for the body, bringing a beautiful sense of calm. There is also some journaling prompts and a theme that helps shift our mindset. All you need to do is carve out 21 minutes a day to enjoy this little mini course that will have some profound transformation in shifting your mindset and perhaps sparking some inspiration. In the show notes of this podcast, all I need is your email and it will be sent to you right away. Enjoy the Curvy Women's Mindset, Meditation and Movement mini course.